Hi guys, this is Vidisha here from Stan Ventures, and today we're doing another segment on our Stan Ventures podcast. Today we have with us Dilip and Bhavani from Stan Ventures, and our topic for today is guest post farms. Many of you might not be aware of what a guest post farm is, but if I had to say that in a single sentence, then a guest post farm would typically be a website that functions with the sole aim of selling as many guest posts to people who are willing to pay for them in return. So, what do you think, Dilip? Was my definition correct, or was there something that you would like to add?
You were almost right, Vidisha, when it comes to defining a guest post farm. So most of the people in the industry know already about what a link farm is. So link farm is nothing but a website which is solely built to just throw in links, so that most of the sites are sometimes even built by some of the SEO agencies. So this is a practice which I would call is archaic, because nowadays there was a time when Google bots weren't that great in detecting all these sites, but these bots, I would more or less say, are these algorithms are now very good at picking all these kind of sites which are mostly junk. So in 2020, if you ask me whether a guest post farm will work or not, my answer would probably be no. So I would say the PBN stuff that we used to hear and guest post farm, they are a little bit different from what we can see. So usually this PBN is solely built, like I told you, it's almost like a link farm only. It's solely built to help other websites to get their link placed on a high authority one. So that's the basic idea of PBN. Okay, here when it comes to the PBN, the problem is mostly the content is not written. Mostly the content that goes into PBN are spun content. So that is the main difference here. So when it comes to a guest post farm, the person who is maintaining it is a little bit more concerned about the quality. So what he probably might do is he will not accept a guest post that is written by a bot, but rather he will accept a guest post which is written by somebody who probably might have scraped the other content and just rewrote it, which is already available on the website. So the content quality won't be that great, but this guy who is writing the article will make sure that there is a way he can place the link within that content very contextually. So here is a difference. So when it comes to guest post farms, I would probably say the quality of these sites might seem pretty good, at least in your naked eye, but initially Google might also won't detect it, but there will be a time when Google bots will detect it and it will penalize these sites.
Even if you do aggressively, it will come under manual actions.
Okay. So basically, definitely not reliable is what we are concluding here.
It may work today, but not in further.
Vidisha, that is exactly the reason why we at Stan Ventures don't promote any PBNs and guest post farms, because these are things that might give your client an initial boost, but probably in a longer run it won't work. So what we are aiming at Stan Ventures is to help the client grow. So this is not something that will help the client grow to the next level. So we here at Stan Ventures are only focusing on quality blogger outreach service when we are giving guest posts to our guest post links to our clients. So what we here do is we manually reach out to very high quality website owners. We request them to add more high quality content to their website, so that contextually we can place a link of our client within that content, which is perfectly fine, because the particular niche we are focusing is also related to the website that we are reaching out to. So that is perfectly all right for Google also.
The thing is that even with these guest posting farms, they have to kind of clear a certain like criteria to be able to call themselves a guest posting farm. So doesn't that like clearing that criteria already make them like sort of good at the job that they do? I mean, doesn't that work to ensure that kind of a thing?
See, nowadays in the industry, the days before Google said it's not going to update its page rank toolbar, we all looked at a score from 0 to 10 to evaluate a website. So now that is no more there. So what we now use is something called domain authority or domain rating. These are two metrics that are provided by two different SEO tools. One is Ahrefs and the other one is Moz. So basically the agencies that build these PBNs and also the farms, guest post farms, what they do is they will try to identify the expired domains probably which has already got this particular DA or the authority, and then build content around that particular blog. You may have come across this update recently that Moz had updated its scores. Then what happens is immediately after they update their score, this particular site will also go into backlist. So that's what will happen. So initially it might seem like it's a high quality one, but eventually even these tools will recognize that the site is not that worth. So that is one reason why you might think that okay, this particular site is going to help me rank, but eventually it's not going to.
What about you, Bhavani? What do you think about the criteria that's already in place and how it still ends up not helping the farming technique?
Yeah, basic things when you want to get a backlink from a website, what all the things you need to check was how frequent the website was getting updated and what was the organic traffic it is getting, what was the direct traffic it is getting from, and referral traffic it is getting from, and what are the blogger authors, whether they are professional in their niche, what they are writing. You have to consider these criteria. Then only you have to go for a backlink or get a backlink. If you are doing in a normal way, like
if it's organic,
if it looks like natural, then it is fine. If you are doing in an aggressive way, getting links from multiple websites on a single go, it may seems like you are doing something like user generated spam or kind of thing, and you may get eventually penalized by Google.
Bhavani, that's one reason why we believe in drip feeds, I believe. So even when we are doing a genuine guest posting for, let's say, if we have identified 200 different websites which are related to our client, we will not do that link building in one day. What we ensure is that the links go live on a consistent basis, probably in a month or so, or probably a month or two. So it depends upon the kind of links we are doing. If you say the website needs very high quality and it has a DEA of probably 0, then we might have to link pretty good number of links. But anyway, we will not do all the link building within one day. We usually follow a pattern called drip feed for this.
And what exactly is this drip feed again?
Vidisha, drip feed is nothing but we schedule the guest post to be published on different dates. There will be a gap of at least a day or two for each links to go live, so that one day Google won't see that the website has built thousands of links. So naturally it's getting built day by day.
Thank you, Bhavani, and thank you, Dilip, for your amazing insights on guest post farms, and how companies should stay away from guest post farms as of now, because clearly I don't think we all see collectively that it's gonna go anywhere, and I don't think Google is gonna approve of it anyway. So thank you guys, it was wonderful speaking to you.
Great.